Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Outdoor Tinkerer. Today I'm back at it working on the crib again. It's been a while, but I'm ready to get back into it and make some progress on this thing. So I've made some changes to what I'm going to be doing with this thing, so I'm going to give you a quick update with that. So let's get to it. Alright, so it's quite hot in here, so I'm going to try and keep this brief. So I can open up the garage door back again because there's a bunch of road noise out there, so I don't want you guys to have to hear that. So I'll show you quickly what I've got going on. So the changes that I've made here are to the rails and how I'm going to attach them to the posts. So what I'm going to do is, beforehand I had planned on doing a hole through tenon through the rails, and I've decided to change that up. Instead, I'm going to just go a regular mortise and tenon, not a through. So I'm going to cut that in half basically, and then I'm going to put walnut pegs, 2 walnut pegs about right here. And so to show you on this, you should be able to see it right here. Here and here, that's a rough drawing of where they'll be in correlation to the post. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be cutting all of these out, all of these tenons out. And I'll hopefully be able to get to cutting out the mortises and the rails and everything. And then if it all goes well, then I'll be able to rough fit them together and see if it's gonna work. So that's the changes I've made, so I'm just gonna get to work. So I've got all the easy cuts done and sitting over there. So all those boards are now cut to length. Now the last part that I'm going to do here with the table saw is, as you can see here, I'm going to be putting a little bit of a point crown decorative little top on it. Don't worry, it's not going to be sharp. I'll really sand it down so it's nice and smooth, and no eyes are going to get poked out or clothes getting hung up on this or anything like that. So what I've got here is I've got just a basic drawing of what I want, and I've already cut it out on one of the other pieces a long time ago, so I could kind of get an idea of what it looked like, and then I just transfer this over. Now the question is, like, how do I actually get this angle on the table saw? Well, most of these table saws, especially like this one here, I can adjust the angle on the blade itself. But the hard part, I guess, is to actually figure out what this angle is. So I'm going to show you a really easy way to do that. Now, if you've got one of these squares, they're super easy to use, and they're really helpful if you can learn how to use them. They've got these different angles on here. You can see this here, all the different angles, as well as down here, as well as right here too. Yeah. So what I'm using this to show you how to do it. Now there's a little thing right here that says pivot. Okay, that's really important. So the first time I tried this, I was trying to like, okay, well, how do I get this? This thing it's got a T on it, so it stays on the edges. But the best way to do this is actually to just set it up like this. Nope, just kidding. Set it up like this. Okay, so your pivot is right on that corner. And if you've already drawn out what you want, it's going to be really easy. So you just set that pivot right there. And then that's exactly what you do. You pivot it so that the bottom part right here lines up with this mark. So just line that up like that. And then you look right here on this far out degrees. It's about 12 degrees. So that's what I'm going to take back to the table saw. I'm going to adjust my blade so it's set at 12 degrees. So for my table saw, it's super easy to set the degrees, set the angles of these things. And I'll show you how to do that right here. So you can see right here, there's all these numbers. This is how you set the degree, if you didn't know this already. And there's a little lever here that locks it into place. Down is locked, up is unlocked. So you can see if I push this, move this around, it changes the angle at which the blade is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to 12, so push it right about there, lock it down, and so now we're at 12 degrees. So it's not very much, but it is just enough is what I want. So I'll be putting it on this side. And just be taking off just a little bit of that top. Okay there, so this is the next step for getting these mortise and tenons cut. I've got all of them cut to length now, and what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be taking these shoulders into where they need to be. Yeah, so I'm actually going to use these chisels here, so I'm going to indent these lines in these corners so I can get them more fine right on the edges. And then I would be actually, instead of using the big table saw or circular saw or jigsaw, whatever, I'm going to use this hand saw, this pole saw, so I can control it and give it a little bit different, take my time with it, and have a little fun in the same time. So that's what I'm going to do with these ones and all of those ones. And once I get that finished, then I'll start cutting out the holes for these mortises to go into, or these tenons to go to. Cut out the mortises. All right. Well, I've got this first one done, and as you can see, got both tenons cut out of both sides of it. And it turned out pretty well. I'm happy with how it turned out. Now I've just got like 6 more to do. That's gonna be all for tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button down below. If you want to see more of this project coming in the future, hit the subscribe button. And if you saw something that you think I can do differently, or you just want to say hi, hit that comments box below too. Type me up a comment. With that, I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. See you later.